Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. We got another video going up for you guys. Actually, the first of today. The reason the video is so late today is number one, I have been sitting here trying to figure out how this promo works because it has been really confusing. Obviously by now, you guys probably would have seen some of the reviews on the Clips channel maybe. Maybe you came into the live stream today. We kind of talked about a couple of the players of this promo and kind of what's going on. So we're going to do a little bit of a review. We're going to kind of talk about some of the new cards in the market. We're going to do a little bit of everything. You guys know how these videos work. We kind of look at the new content. We talk about what to expect. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video today, please drop a thumbs up. And to all you guys supporting, all the videos, all the streams, everything, I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. And hopefully you guys have a good holidays. I know it's kind of like that holiday season right now. So hopefully you guys use the time to get through all the hard stuff. I know towards the holidays, work can get really, really challenging. Like told you guys with jobs, you have tougher tasks going on there. And I know some of you guys who are in school, it's really freaking stressful. So to all of you guys grinding stuff out, get it done. Don't get too distracted and get it done so you can enjoy maybe some good times with family or friends or maybe just with yourself, right? And you want to enjoy the holidays. So let's get into the video. Today we have the Foot versus promo. It's a very complicated promo. We've never had anything like this. So it's a little bit more unique because it's not the same old stuff like we always get. We always get the same old recycled kind of stuff. And, that gets a little bit boring. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. And we're going to jump right into that. So number one, I think we'll take a look at the SBC card and the objectives really quick because I know that those are kind of quick fire, really important. And guys, also, we got Vinicius Player of the Month today. We'll talk about that in a second as well. I kind of went over that. So we did get a Christian Pulisic SBC, guys. And to be fair, for 120K, it's not bad value in my eyes. I don't think it's a terrible card. There's two different versions that are nice. It's an 83 and 84 and 85. Now, everybody that's watching my video, just what I want you guys to start considering in the future with SBCs. We're kind of in a way different era of SBCs because now with the way that EA released player picks and stuff, for these 75 plus player picks that are 4K a pop, fodder becomes a lot more affordable because you can really craft a lot of these, through getting fodder and things like that. So in my opinion, a lot of these SBCs that come out, I always look at them as probably, like 20% higher than what you're actually completing them for, because most people that play this game, most of you guys that watch me will always have some fodder to use. You guys will always give it a couple player picks a go during the week and get some walkouts. So I always kind of look at that from that perspective. So I think a lot of you guys can probably complete Pulisic, for less than 100,000 coins. And I think with the packs back, you probably make at least 15K from these packs. So we're probably looking at an 85,000 price tag for this Pulisic. Now, obviously, guys, you have two versions for Pulisic. Which one do I think is best? That's tough to say for sure. I think for me, the way that I see this is that if you want a striker, go with the 5-star striker / cam, go with the 5-star weak foot one. I don't really recommend this one at cam though, because I still think 78 passing isn't super ideal. I would warn you guys that the medium can sometimes be a little bit annoying with cards. I personally didn't have the chance to try this guy out today, so I apologize. We have some reviews going out on the second channel tonight. We tried Vinicius because he was kind of the big dog today, and I wanted to see how he was, and he was also playing in the left wing position. So that's kind of my verdict here. I really think this card is okay to do. I don't have an issue with you guys doing this. I think this card has one downside, and that's the long passing. Not a fan of that, although you would say the strength, is noticeable, and also the medium. So two things for me, but outstanding acceleration, outstanding agility, outstanding balance, some really nice stats here, for the price. And for me, if you guys want to pick up a winger, a left mid, a right mid, something like that, I actually like this version a little bit more. I think skills are more useful on the wing than a weak foot. And I think that this version has incredible passing. Like if you look at the difference between the passing, 90 short passing to 82, you're going to really notice that. And 86 long passing to 63, you're also really going to notice that. So for me, I think that this version of Pulisic just has the ice version, I guess you could say, just has a really incredible card. So for me, you want to do this one, get him as a winger. You want to do this one, and for a striker, get in behind, do this one, right? Weak foot is going to be a little bit more OP there. And you know what? You guys want to do either or, that's on you. I'm just kind of giving my recommendation, but I don't think this is a terrible SBC today. I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to trying him. And then if you guys will look at the live SBCs and you actually go ahead and look at my completed, you will see Vinny. Now, I had a long discussion on my stream about Vinny today. We should have a clip going up of that tonight, guys, because look, I was talking about it for about 15 minutes. I was talking about it for way too long, but the fact is, Vinny is in our squad, and I went ahead and completed him, and you're like, wow, Nick, you're crazy. And guys, this year, I'm just full sending everything, man. If there's good content, if there's a player that's really in demand, if there's a player that's really meta, if I feel like I'm going to get a value out of something, I'm just doing it. And for me, I really feel like I'm getting a good value out of Vinny. And the reason I feel that way is that he's got the maxed out stats. Now, the 86 does also on the market with the important stats. And I think Vinny's probably one of the best wide players, if not the best in the game. I'm happy to pay the premium for him untradeable. I had some untradables, and I probably did this for about 450K. So for me at that price, I was like, okay, this is probably, the biggest player I'll complete until Team of the Year. And so as we head towards Team of the Year, I'll continue to accumulate fodder. Now, the life of a content creator sometimes is challenging with SBCs because I have to do a lot of these, right? So that's also something to consider. But, for me, guys, this card, there's a certain level of, I guess, like, stress release it is to have first owner cards, not tradable. This year, the market is just so insane with the ups and the downs and the panic buying. And I'm just really not trying to partake in that. Like, Team of the group stage Vinny, I think he's going to hold price. And I think all of Informed Vinny's, special cards are worthwhile in the market. I think if you have the first special card, you got some fodder. The 83, do this one. The 85, that's a little bit of a different discussion. This card is very similar to the 86. I'm going to put it that way. The 86 on the market is only 150K less, 200K less, about 150K less than the untradeable version, guys. So that's it. The thing is that, guys, EA can't really release this less than 750K because if they make this like 650, it's insane value. It's going to crash all the Vinnies on the market, and people are going to be able to do this, on a week where we have a good player pick or fodder for like 300K, and everybody's going to be running around with, guys, I'm going to say it, this right now, at this stage in FIFA, is an endgame wide player. At this stage, this is one of the best wide players in the game for the price. He really is. And I think this card could actually be usable for pretty much the whole year out wide because of the genuine pace that he has. Like, I think this is a card you can literally use in May because he has that agility, that acceleration, and that sprint speed. I really do, guys. He's a very meta player this year. So I went ahead and completed him, and that's kind of my verdict with him. I think you make about 100K back, packs back at minimum. So you're doing this for 650 from scratch, which for me is not terrible value at all. I think he's quite a meta card, but I guess, hey, look at this guy this year, man. I have Salah and Vinny untradeable, man. It's crazy. It's crazy out here. So anyways, guys, we have a lot of cards. A lot of cards, a lot of new cards, and they're very expensive. We had quite the fiasco today because people don't really understand what's going on with this promo, including myself. I guess this team that we have in packs, guys, this team is going to be available, okay, until Monday. So they're going to be very rare cards, very rare. There's a lot of lightning rounds being ran, and based on the fact that they're only going to be in packs until Monday, I think EA is going to run like an illegal amount of lightning rounds this weekend because I think they're going to try their best to supply these cards. And I also think a lot of people right now are investing in fodder. Fodder, by the way, guys, cheapest of a gold or whatever in their rating category. So like Aguero this year is fodder, right? People don't use him in game. He's just used for SBCs, just any of you guys watching. So for me, I think you got to be careful if you're doing any overnight trading with these guys, and I'll show you. But let's talk about a couple of these cards. We'll kind of blabber on here for a bit. But useful and relevant stuff. So for me, there's a lot of crazy stuff here. The way that EA is kind of running this promo is that there's all these players today. So we have Jesus, Claude Maurice, Correa, Adama, Pereira, Valverde, Rashford, Schultz, Koundé, and Babu, and Joe Gomez. All of these players are going to get the same, I think, not the same card, but the same players are going to be out again on Monday. And then that's going to be or Monday or Tuesday. That's going to be the Ice Squad. So the Ice Squad is going to be different from the Fire Squad. I think there's going to be different types of potential. I think weak foot and skills is mainly, weak foot and skills, from my understanding, is kind of limited towards the SBCs, but also not, because Jesus got an upgrade today with skills. So I think Jesus on Monday, might have 5-star weak foot. And his card is leaked on the menus, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So Gabriel Jesus is selling up at 1.5 mil. These guys are very expensive. 5-star skills with a 3-star weak foot. 96 agility, 96 acceleration. So some crazy boosts. If you think about generally how these cards look, a card like Gabriel Jesus just has an insane boost on his card. They did a good job with dropping some cards. I mean, obviously, guys, we know this promo was leaked for most of the week, but they did do a good job with dropping cards that are super relevant. I was disappointed to see that this Correa is not 5-star weak foot, but apparently the ice version is leaked to be the 5-star weak foot version. Basically, long story short, there was a lot of leaks going around this last week or two. People were saying that Correa was going to be Ben Yedder regen, right? That he was going to have, this 5-star weak foot and all. We really haven't seen that yet. So I think maybe that's going to be on the team on Monday. But you got Correa with the 4-4, high medium, really nice overall stats. And so, like, for me, EA just dropped a lot of cards in super usable positions and really good with links. And I think for me, like, I always like to see, yes, a lot of these cards, guys, do get promo cards a lot, but I do like to see the meta kind of recycled. And I think that a lot of these cards are coming into this game today and really impacting the meta. I think a lot of people are going to try out these cards, for real. So Koundé, this is probably going to be one of the best center backs in the game. We'll definitely try him this weekend. Koundé's got a crazy card. Adama's in the game as well, guys. Adama, in terms of price, because of the pack weight, a lot of these guys for me are looking affordable. I mean, if we look at Adama, from the past, he's been way more, but I think people aren't paying for him as much this year because he's 4-star, 2-star this version. And right, usually when Adama gets full birthday cards or freeze cards, he's got the 5-star skills and potentially 5-star weak foot. So I think you have those variables that a lot of these cards, some of them got crazy stats, but not all of them got the skill move and the weak foot boost, that were kind of expected. I know that Valverde is very similar in the category to Jesus because Valverde also got I think either skill or weak foot. He's 4-4 now and he's high. So this is a very meta center mid on this game. He should be incredible in game. Should be a really good card. And Babu, Joe Gomez, most of these guys kind of hit a low, I think, an hour ago and went up a bit. The only issue, guys, is that EA Sports are continuing to run lightning rounds tonight, and that's going to be bad for the prices of these cards. It really is. So for me, guys, I've traded a couple of these guys. I bought a couple of Damas at 210. I sold them at 235. Not too much. So mainly what I've done with the account, we'll talk a little bit more about these cards, prices, and what to expect with the market this weekend, because we also have prime icons to discuss. Mainly what I did, guys, was I bought a lot of Team of the Group Stage cards yesterday. Right now, a lot of people are getting hacked on FIFA. So I figured, hey, let me invest my coins into some players that I think might go up. And when I'm not, on console, just listing my cards for days or a day or 12 hours so that, these people getting onto the accounts hopefully wouldn't be able to get my players, by the time I got back onto the account. Because what they do is they try to take your coins. The bad thing in the community right now. So I bought some Donnarummas, guys, just being transparent with you guys, at 140. I bought a lot of Christensen this morning at 63 to 62. He was just 70, and he is still 70, which is good. So these guys kind of, they kind of did that initial rise where a lot of the time when cards are going out of packs, what I saw was all morning and yesterday, Christensen and Donnarumma were very stable. So they were like selling at the same price pretty much all day. Usually a good sign for demand. And it doesn't hurt that we also don't have a goalkeeper, I believe, in this freeze team. We still have our Griezmanns from the other week. And then we bought Trent. There was a lot of panic on Trent this morning. He went down to 66. He's 72. I've got a couple of the lazy at 78 and a couple Sanes and then more Christensen. So we are pretty invested in the Team of the Group Stages, but that's fine. And then I'm selling a couple more Adamas and Mbabus. Unfortunately, Mbabu, we didn't make coins on. EA just dropped, I think, 85 plus star lightning packs or something. And apparently those are, bringing a lot of supply to the market at the moment with these players. And this is kind of the problem where you guys got, I think they're out now. You guys got to be careful if you're trading any of these cards, these new cards, because EA are running lightning rounds all night. And when EA run lightning rounds all night, when a major user base goes to sleep, a lot of the time the demand goes away and we see massive price drops and there's nothing anybody can do. And we're starting to really see a lot more supply on promo cards now because of the way that EA are running lightning rounds. We haven't really looked at this Rashford much either, but I think this Rashford would be a really good card as well. A little bit lower on the acceleration than you would like, but nice dribbling stats, really nice upgrade all around the park. So this card does look interesting. I mean, unfortunately, 3-star weak foot, so it'll be interesting to see what his ice version is like, I guess, on Monday. It's a very interesting promo for the I guess the reason that we've never really seen we've never really seen this promo. It's a lot different. And the main thing with this, I think, is rivalries. So that's why, I think there's a chance that's probably why we have Jesus and Rashford, United City. Now it may have to do with showdowns. I'm not too sure if United City, I feel like United City's got to be soon. Is that this weekend? Liverpool, Villa, no, City, Wolves. I mean, it may be soon though. I think that's, I mean, maybe it's City and Wolves though, right? That could also be, yeah, I think it's probably City Wolves because we have a Dama on the team. So that's probably what the premise of this promo is. Do we have 4 Prem players? We have, Liverpool. Does Liverpool play against, I know this is a slow moment. Does Liverpool play against, Manchester United this weekend? No, Norwich play, no. Huh. Okay, well, I don't know then. I was just going for it there. But anyways, guys. So I guess the objective is Tagliafico and Everton. And this was also interesting to me because I know that EA are boosting a lot of these SBC cards. So I was definitely a little bit disappointed to see because my disappointment stems with these two guys. Yes, I think Tagliafico is a big dub. I think the reason why it's a big dub is that every time that we get a... guys, every single time that we get like an IX thing or something, Gravenberch goes up to like over 100,000 coins. So I would just say generally it's a good idea to get an IX card in your club untradeable, because every time, and you know, EA really like dropping Eredivisie players that are just cracked, like insanely good in this game. Just kind of make sure that you're doing that. It's the smart thing to do. It seems to be where you may end up, you know, if you grind out this Tagliafico, you might save some coins. Is basically what I'm trying to tell you guys. So I think that could be definitely worthwhile to do. So if we take a look at Tagliafico, I think both these objectives are only 8 matches. Just was disappointed because I thought EA could really upgrade their weak foot and skills. I know this is only a left back, but he has high, and the 3-star, 2-star got some really good traits. I think for me, you know, it's dependent on what you want to do. I'd probably go with the dribbling one. I think the dribbling one is probably a tad better. I just don't know if you're going to notice the differences in the defending between this. I think it's nicer to have somebody that's good on the ball. I'd say the dribbling one, probably for the dribbling responsiveness. I think dribbling with your fullbacks is really important. But either one, you know, if you're messing with this kit more, you like this kit, and you're like, damn, I got to get this kit. This dynamic is too cold. Then so be it, right? Maybe it's going to be that way for you. So that objective does look worth grinding. Maybe you're going to do Everton if you have some Liga Portuguese League cards. But for me, this card doesn't look that crazy. I mean, 4-3, I would have liked to see 4-4. Because I think that, which version was it? You know, either or, but I think maybe the one with the I was looking at the one with the passing for a super sub. You know, either or though. Great dribbling on this card. Great dribbling, and then you can choose either one you want. I'm a huge fan of passing this year. I think passing is so important in this game. I really do. In the high level, you need players that can pass like 85 plus. So, you know, it's a cool one. I think he's a good super sub. If he was 4-4, it's a crazy objective, but you know, EA didn't really go for that, I guess, this time around. That would be which version? I probably like the fire one more. Yeah, also guys, we were supposed to get prime icons today. We did not get prime icons today. I don't know what happened. And I'm wondering if EA, you know, is gonna wait for prime icons until they drop icon swaps. Maybe there's a little bit more hype, you know, that EA are gonna bring to the table where they could wait to drop icon swaps with you know, the primes, because I think that what EA do usually with icon swaps is that they drop certain icons that you can obtain instead of just all packs. Maybe EA is going to wait to put some primes in there. We got codes last night. We got an 89 plus mid icon pack, a base or a mid icon pack, mid or a prime. I think there's a 281 plus pack. That should also drop soon. Mid icon upgrade. So we got a lot of leaks last night into the code. We don't know yet. I would expect icon swaps on Monday or next Friday. But based on the trends of the past, usually they put prime icons in packs before that. So I guess we'll just kind of have to see what EA do. I was expecting prime icons to be today, and they're not today. So there was a lot of panic on the market today too. I don't know if a lot of stuff rebounded, but you know, we had 90 Root Hullet this morning at 5.35. I don't know if he went back up. Yeah, he's 5.8. So we see a really strong buyback with some cards today because, to be honest, they didn't drop them, right? So people kind of bought back. But then again, you know, we do have, at the same point, guys, some price corrections. And I was kind of talking about it this week where a lot of these cards didn't really go back up too much. I think Eusebio went from like 277 to maybe 29. But a lot of these cards long-term, once the primes come out, they maybe initially rebound because the first day, you got to understand, primes are very rare. And, you know, they're very expensive. So a lot of time people will buy the other versions back. But a lot of the time, they don't really go back up that much. So be careful panic buying into these because there'll probably actually be another wave of panic with many of these icons come next week because we didn't get them today. I thought we would have got them today. And we didn't get them today, which is kind of surprising. But it will definitely give us another wave of panic. And then we just had general panic today. And there was not really much reason for that. And a lot of the time, the rare and the meta players would rebound. Ronaldo this morning was, I think, 165, 166, up to 1.8. Mbappe was 2 point. I think I saw him for a second at 207, and he's probably back at what price? Wow, so he's 2.3. He's up at 2.3. So huge rebound in form Mbappe. Neymar, I don't think rebounded as much, and that's because many people are going to complete Vini. You know, I wonder if Ginola went back up. wonder if this guy went back up. He had to have gone back up. Oh, he's not even up that much. So a lot of people are completing, a lot of people are completing Vinny. I mean, the fact that, I mean, guys, to be honest, this card is insane for 1.55. This might be some of the best points you could spend in FIFA. I'm not joking. Like, this guy's R9. I'd use him. He's crazy. And even using him off chem, you play him as like a, you know, maybe a striker on 8 or something. I mean, this guy's insanely good in this game. Really only move I made today outside of team of the group stages or freeze cards was I bought Messi, you know, for 2.4 and I sold him for 2.7, but I think he's even higher now. I think he's like 2.8, which is crazy. And I think Infor Messi was down at 800 at a point today. Yeah, Once to Watch Messi is literally 2.85 maybe. Oh my God, I missed out on like 150k. Oh my God, he's 2.9. All right, so he's up at 2.9. Super rare card. Randomest Panic today. He's up at 2.9, man. So if I had held him, I probably would have made like 300k more, but we don't want to make too many coins because the hackers are out. Did Infor Messi go back up? Yeah, so wow, what a rebound. Infor Messi went from 800 to 920. So that's also a really crazy rebound. So a lot of panic buying back, which is a good sign for the market. People have coins, but we got to be careful because once these icon swaps and prime start kind of hitting the market, probably not going to be the best news generally for the market. So we will wait. Other than that, guys, I would expect, you know, the timeline is that tomorrow we'll probably get some sort of other SBC. I think there's a leaked showdown. Not too sure exactly. I'm not too sure exactly what that showdown is. I think it's the one with Kondogbia versus Lucas Vazquez. I could be wrong. And other than that, there's another leak. I hate to talk about leaks, but it's just a part of FIFA nowadays. We do have leaked Baby Vieira and Baby Keane SBC, Mid Keane. That's going to be a whole showdown. I don't really know how EA is going to price that. That one's a little bit more interesting because, yeah, it's more interesting because Mid Keane is like maybe 200k, 350. Not the 88 Vieira. I wish it was. It's 86 Vieira, and then this card is worth, on the market, this card is worth 1.3. So I hope that EA don't make this really expensive. I hope they make it probably like a mil or less. In a way, it's a little bit annoying though because, you know, EA are smart, right? They're going to put out a Baby Vieira at a time where everybody thinks it's pretty good. And then I think Vieira will be usable all year. To be fair, Vieira is a very meta card, but it'd be nice to at least get his prime or his 88. You know, and have it be more expensive, but you could work towards it. But I think EA are smart, and I think the way that EA do the icon system in the modern day, I guess FIFA you could say, is very, very smart because they make a lot more people engaged for the entire year doing it the way they do it. So I don't know. Can you really blame them? Probably not. Yeah, other than that, guys, I think that's about it for the video today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. That is the Jesus that I was talking about, by the way. So I think that version is going to have the 5-star weak foot, which is actually really interesting because he's got an insane looking card. If you put a Hunter on that card and he's got 5-star weak foot, you've got like maxed out finishing. So that card becomes a lot more interesting. I'm not sure if he's going to get +2 in weak foot. He might get a 4-star, 4-star. It'll be interesting to see. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching my content. Thanks for watching my videos. I'm going to throw up a Twitter giveaway tomorrow. I think tomorrow. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, guys. And I'll see you guys in a video soon. Let me know if there's anything you guys want me to discuss in the comments down below in a future video, kind of take a look at. But for now, I'm out. Peace, guys.